Okay, this is just a short little video on socialization, picking up where we finished off in class, but talking about socialization across the life course. So our plan today is to talk about the life course and then specifically this new sort of stage in the life course, emerging adulthood. So real quick, just to review, socialization, remember, is a process, right? A process by which people are taught to become proficient members of a society, the way people come to understand social norms, expectations, to accept society's beliefs, and to be aware of societal values. So remember, again, it's a process essentially by which we learn culture. Now, the interesting thing about socialization is that it doesn't stop at age 5, it doesn't stop at age 18, it doesn't stop at age 65, right? All these sort of ages that we've determined are certain life stages. Socialization is an ongoing process, right? That we're constantly learning new ideas, new norms, new beliefs as we come into contact with different agents of socialization, right? Media, religion, family, so on and so forth. What's interesting, though, is that when you look historically, we've had far fewer sort of official life stages than we have today. If you look back in the old-timey days, right, pre-1900, we essentially had 3 life stages: the infant stage, adult stage, and what we considered elderly. And if you look at old photos of children from back then, they really don't look like children. They look like little adults, right? This idea of childhood, what we think of as childhood today, is actually a relatively new life stage, right? Versus today, if you look at life stages, holy cow, we've added quite a few, right? We have the same ones, right? Infant, adult, and elderly, but we've added quite a few in between, right? Toddler, child, preteen, teen, emerging adult, adult, active senior, senior, elderly. Right? Kind of interesting. And why that matters to sociologists is that as we add new life stages, we expect people to behave really differently. Right? That we expect today a child to behave very differently than an infant, or we expect a preteen to behave differently than a teen, or we expect an emerging adult to behave very differently than an adult, right? So it's all about expected behaviors, right? So here's just a silly little video to give you a sense of what we're talking about in terms of very different expectations of behavior depending on what life stage you're in. Just a silly little video here. Let's see.
My bite was too big. Come inside the fort.
Stop it.
Just come inside the fort.
Stop.
It's a
I'm
blanket
trying to
fort. Come
watch.
inside the
Stop.
fort.
Oh my gosh, stop.
I'm done. I'm done.
Then wipe and flush. Get off the table.
Help! 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 Thanks. Look, hey, look at my phone.
I can't.
Look.
I'm driving.
Just look at it. Just look. Look what I found.
Stop. I'm trying to concentrate.
I found something though. Look at it. Look.
Do you need a tissue?
I'm okay. I wanted a blue cup.
I don't have blue right
I wanted a blue cup.
now. Yellow is the only one clean.
Blue cup.
Eric, you're in the way. Eric, come look at this ridiculous bill.
What is it now?
What'd you do to your face?
Oh, I was just trying to pretend to be like a tiger.
You are a bird and you are my mother. The end. All right, time for bed.
Okay, you get the idea, right? What's mildly entertaining about that is that's totally appropriate behavior for what we considered a child, but not for an adult, right? So this socialization across the life course really shapes how people behave because it shapes our expectations for behavior. Okay, so the most sort of current life stage that we've added is this idea of emerging adulthood, right? So what I'd like you to do when this video is over is go on Canvas and watch the video, Why Does It Take So Long to Grow Up Today, right? Because it really has an interesting discussion on this idea of emerging adulthood. And then also think about the article, What Is It About 20-Somethings? And specifically, what is the changing timetable of adulthood? What were the traditional measures of adulthood, right? So again, if you look at the data, we have more and more sort of early 20s living with their parents. Lots of people have interpreted that as, oh, look how lazy this generation is. But really, there's been some significant social, cultural, and probably most important, economic changes that are responsible for this new life stage, and thus different expectations for that new life stage. All right, that's it. Take care.